All right, once again, welcome to the broadcast. I'm Brian Sakwa. In sign language interpretation at the bottom of your screen is Naomi Mathu. Now, Kenya and Tanzania have on Tuesday signed a memorandum of understanding to boost diplomatic consultation in education and demarcation of boundaries so as to strengthen bilateral relationships. Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs Rachel Omamo said the meeting marked the beginning of reinforcing great bilateral relationships with Tanzania, among them strengthening bilateral relationships after a tense period under the leadership of former President-elect John Pombe Magufuli. This was aimed at question of barriers hindering trade between the two East African countries. President Suluhu noted that Kenya had invested in more than 500 trade deals in Tanzania, leading up to 50,000 Tanzanian netizens securing employment.
The Joint Commission for Cooperation between the Republic of Kenya and the United Republic of Tanzania was held in Nairobi from the 19th to the 24th of August 2021. The Kenya delegation was led by Ambassador Rachel Omamo, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Kenya, and the Tanzanian delegation was led by Her Excellency Honorable Ambassador Liberata Mulamula, MP, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation of Tanzania. During the JCC, Kenya and Tanzania signed the following memorandums of understanding to strengthen and enhance cooperation between the two countries, namely a memorandum of understanding on political and diplomatic consultation. The object of this memorandum is to establish a bilateral consultation system to carry out regular consultations to evaluate bilateral relations between Kenya and Tanzania and to coordinate positions of mutual interest. We also signed a memorandum of understanding on higher education, scientific and technology cooperation. This MOU was adopted to establish cooperation between Kenya and Tanzania in the fields of higher education, science, technology and innovation through the mutual development of activities that contribute to national development in both countries. Lastly, on border affirmation, the ministers took note of the commendable process made in the reaffirmation and demarcation exercise and urged both governments to commit sufficient resources to ensure that the exercise proceeds. And in this regard, the two countries signed a memorandum of understanding on reaffirmation and demarcation of the international borders. On trade, the JCC took note of the progress made by the Joint Trade Committee in addressing 30 out of the 64 challenges facing bilateral relations and urged the resolution of the 34 issues that are remaining before the end of December 2021. On health matters, the ministers took note of the meeting between the health ministers held in Nairobi recently that resolved to put in place a joint mechanism for dealing with COVID-19, including testing and vaccine rollout.
I call on sectoral ministries on both sides to operationalize and implement the decisions reached during this session within the agreed timeframes in order to realize the desired benefits from our enhanced bilateral cooperation agreed upon through this JCC.
I am pleased that we were able to move forward with the 3 MOUs that we have concluded today. I think they are important because education is the foundation of our country. Education is the engine of our two countries, and it is essential that we continue to cooperate in this field.
All right, now drama ensued in Nyandarua County as a 60-year-old woman stormed the Nyandarua County Government Office's headquarters demanding for payment of her delayed dues from the devolved unit. The woman, identified as Hannah Nyambura Ndugura, said financial institutions were now threatening to auction her property for failure to settle loans she took to sustain contracts given to her by the county government. Nyambura mentioned the All Kalau Town Street pavement project set to establish a 2-kilometer cab road footpath from the town to the county headquarters and also stormwater drainage in town. She says she has written a petition to the World Bank, who are financiers of the project, and the Council of Governors with no fruition. Efforts from the county assembly to come to her aid were futile.
Hannah Nyambura, at the age of 60, said that she took loans from several financial institutions to carry out Olkalous Town Street pavement project, build a 2-kilometer cabro footpath from the town to the county headquarters, and also storm water drainage in town.
Nataka mnisaidia tu. Serikali, Uhuru nisaidia tu. Ilikuwa kazi ya kabro na kujaga barabara. Kilomita mingi na kazi mingi. Niko na shida.
The disturbed contractor has written a petition to the World Bank, who were financiers of the project, the Council of Governors and Ministry of Devolution, to help salvage her dwindling investment. She said that the county now owes her about 78 million Kenyan shillings, since only 61 million Kenyan shillings had been paid to her in the 139 million Kenyan shillings contract.
Kaunti imekataa na pesa yangu. Milioni 139, wakanilipa 61, ikabaki 78. Sasa hii nitafanya nini? Nataka mnisaidia tu. Serikali, Uhuru nisaidia tu.
Contacted for comments, County Executive for Industrialization, Trade, Cooperative and Urban Development, Raphael Njui, said that he is not aware of any pending bills for Nyambura. As per the county-approved budget, Nyandarua has pending bills totaling to 130 million Kenyan shillings. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, my name is Daisy Paul.
Thanks for that, Daisy. Now, one person has been confirmed dead and 38 others rushed to hospital in Soliant, Kericho County, believed to have consumed uninspected poisonous meat. A health officer at the Kericho County Hospital has said patients admitted at the facility cited severe common symptoms of vomiting, severe fever and diarrhea.
My name is Dr. Gentum. I'm the Deputy Med-Sup, Kericho County and Referral Hospital. And I'd like to give a report on the incident which happened on Sunday of a case whereby there's food poisoning at Sigawet sub-county. And at the facility we received a total of 38 patients. 10 are male and 28 are female.
Most of the patients came presenting with diarrhea and vomiting, and they were mostly dehydrated. So we started treating them with IV fluids and antibiotics. Unfortunately, yesterday we had one male patient who was very sick. We thought he had an underlying problem, which after a few hours yesterday morning, he succumbed. But the rest of the patients, we discharged them, they were stable. At the moment, we have one male admitted in Ward 4 and one female admitted in Ward 5. And we have one boy in casualty. The rest of the patients were very stable and they were fit to be discharged home.
All right, now switching gears to Machakos County, is that the commission in the county, John Ondego, has issued a directive to matatu operators in the county who are unfriendly to other PSVs operating in the county, adding that stern action will be taken against the perpetrators. Investors in the sector are allowed to operate within the specified routes assigned to them as with valid license and authorization from the National Transport and Safety Authority and TSA. He also noted that the government does not have the mandate to come up or control fare charges, but it's upon matatu operators to come with reasonable fare charges for routes and without monopoly.
I would want to appeal to the matatu SACCOs that the work of the government is to regulate the industry, and that is done through NTSA. It is the NTSA which is licensing the matatus which are supposed to be operating in a particular route. What is left to the county government is only to designate the points of picking and dropping. If a matatu sacco has been licensed to operate, then you as the operator cannot come up to say that, no, we refuse that this new sacco should not come to where we are, because you are not the regulator. And for the NTSA to license any SACCOs to operate in a certain route, there are certain procedures. We have settled the matter. We called the Matatu SACCOs leadership with the county government, especially the committee member for transport, and NTSA with our security committee, and we resolved a number of issues. One of them is that all the matatus SACCOs must operate from a bus park. That would be the picking point and drop point. So what followed was that the following day after our meeting, the committee member for transport in the county government, together with our security team in the sub-county of Matungulu in Tala, went and showed all the matatu SACCOs places where they are supposed to pick and drop from. Have all been asked to work together, and should there be any grievances, then they follow the right channels. When you disrupt the services of transport, you are inconveniencing other road users, you become lawless. We cannot entertain that as the law enforcers. Once you are throwing stones, you are barricading the road, we don't know your other intentions. Maybe people will take advantage and start even robbing the motorists, start stoning even other road users. So then that becomes a security matter, and we have to take it up. So I'm warning those who are hell-bent in doing that, that next time we are going to take very stern measures and in accordance with the law.
All right, switching gears to Garissa County, where concerns have been raised following a spike in the COVID-19 infection rate, and the Garissa County as it grapples in finding ways to combat the COVID-19 menace. A total of 97 persons have died of the deadly disease in Garissa, now making Garissa to become second after Nairobi with 74 cases of the COVID-19 infection in the country. Garissa County Health Executive Robino Nuno said a mass crackdown and detection has been set up to aid containing the COVID-19 situation in the county.
Kwa leo tuko na watu 16 ambayo wamekuwa positive kwa lab zote zetu za kupima COVID-19. Hatujakuwa na vifo, isipokuwa tuko na watu ambayo wako hospitali, wanahitaji, wamelala hospitali 33 katika hospitali zetu zote. Masharti ambayo tumeweka ni kwamba mikutano yote tumesema imesimamishwa kwa sasa kwa muda, na kama kuna mkutano utafanyika na ni dharura, isikuwe ni mkutano ambao unazidi watu 10. Mikutano ya mabaraza ama mikutano za kisiasa tumesema pia zimesimamishwa mpaka tarehe 30 mwezi wa Novemba, kiambatana na wakati ile imewekwa curfew pia itaendelea mpaka hiyo muda. Kuna wanasiasa wale ambaye wanatafuta kuidhinishwa kugombea viti mbalimbali katika vijiji. Tunaomba na tunawasihi kwamba wasimamishe hizo kwa muda. Maeneo ya kusali misikiti imekuwa eneo mengine ya kusambaza ugonjwa wa virusi za corona, na tumeweza kuambia waumini na wa Kiislamu ambao wanashiriki maombi katika misikiti mbalimbali waweze kudumisha nidhamu zile za protocol zile zimewekwa za COVID-19. Na pia tumewaambia wale watu wenye umri wa 58 kwenda juu wafanya vitu mbili, kama wawezi wahakikisha kama inawezekana wasiende kuomba msikitini, kwa sababu hali yao ni hali ya juu ambayo umri yao umeenda zaidi, na kinga zao za mwili haziwezi kushindana kujizuia kutoka ugonjwa wa COVID-19. Pia tumewahimiza wale wako na hiyo miaka wao pia waje kwenye area zetu za hospitali zetu wapate chanjo, kwa sababu chanjo hii inawakinga kutoka ugonjwa wa COVID-19. Kwa mashule pia kulikuwa na shule ambazo zilikuwa na wanafunzi wamepata kwa ugonjwa wa virusi wamepatikana. Pia tumewaweka katika hali ya kulindwa na kuangaliwa na huduma wa afya wetu. Shule kama 3 ambazo sasa tumeweza kuwa ni tulikuwa na Nebgals na tulikuwa na Shurie Secondary School, na tumepata taarifa pia kulikuwa na Sakwa Girls pia ilikuwa na wanafunzi ambao wamepata virusi vya COVID-19. Kwa vijiji vyetu tunakuanga na health networks ambayo kila asubuhi tunapata taarifa. Kuna uwezekano kwamba kuna watu wameweza kufa kwa vijiji ambao hawajapata huduma za afya na hawajaweza kuja kwa hospitali, lakini hizo taarifa hatuna sahihi.
All right, now switching gears to Bungoma County, where 34,000 households are set to benefit from a mass NHIF rollout in the county. Addressing residents on the program rollout at Ndegelwa Western Region, NHIF manager Valerie Morogo said large numbers of residents have turned up to enroll on the ongoing mass registration in the county.
Zaidi ya familia 34,000 katika kaunti ya Bungoma watasaidika na huduma za bima ya kitaifa ya afya ya matibabu.
It is now the opportunity, since you are present, you organize, and you are so organized that whoever is here should not just go back without being registered.
Wakizungumza katika hafla ya uzinduzi wa kuwasajili kwa bima ya
All right, we apologize for that error. Now, church leaders in the country under the NCCK umbrella have strongly opposed plans to petition the Court of Appeal ruling on the BBI to do with ending the BBI. The Supreme Court hence urging the BBI proponents to achieve their ambitions and Kenyans to move forward before the next general election.
That's great. Led by the Archbishop of the Anglican Churches of Kenya, Jackson Ole Sapit, the church leaders emphasized on the need to respect all independent bodies now and even in future in an effort to ensure we have a strong nation under the rule of law.
We cannot afford, even in the church leadership, we cannot afford to display publicly divisions that there could be. And independence here does not only mean people will be antagonizing each other. It means that every person takes a role to play their role independently for the common good of the country. So when we have a strong judiciary that can be able to give justice.
Sapit made the remarks at the NCCK General Assembly Conference that is taking place at Jumuiya Conference Center in Limuru, Kiambu County. At the same time, he is urging political leaders and especially the President and his deputy to lead other Kenyans to unite without spreading their political differences, as this will have serious repercussion to the entire country.
I think as leaders of the nation, both His Excellency, the President and his deputy, has always to exercise the authority in their offices to unite Kenyans, to bring all of us together. And the way to do it is to find a way in which they can be able to be closer, not far apart, not only them, but to bring the country closer.
His statement was echoed by the NCCK Secretary General, Reverend Chris Kinyanjui, who warned all politicians with the tendency of inciting people, especially the youth during campaigns and general election, for their personal interests, calling upon all relevant authorities to be vigilant and take serious measures upon all the culprits.
It is to make sure that we don't allow impunity, where politicians spread hatred and they injure the reputation of different people and different communities, and they bring ethnic hatred. We believe that the government and the infrastructure that is there, the criminal justice system and the judiciary, must bring all these people to book, because we know impunity. Because if people know hata akitusi mtu, they say utadu nini.
I think for Kenyans we need to respect when an independent institution of or arm of government make a decision, and we call upon all of us to respect that, because the moment we don't, then we shall have a weaker nation.
They must know that there is consequences for every action that breaks the law.
Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, my name is Arthur Kiathi.
All right, 20 minutes into the broadcast, time for us to take a short commercial break, but we are back with much more. Please don't change the channel.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
New Blue Band peanut butter. Made with 100% pure peanuts. And a good source of omega-6. Grow healthy and happy kids with New Blue Band peanut butter.
Kwa majina naitwa Jerry Karorida. Mimi ndio nimekuibia hii wimbo. Ukitaka huu wimbo uwe sikiza tune yako, andika jina Skiza na capital letter, uspace, uandike 7186097, 7186097, utume kwa 811 na Mungu atakubariki.
Baada ya kukatiza huduma zetu kwa muda kutokana na janga la COVID-19, sasa chuo cha Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving tumerejelea huduma zetu, na hii ni baada ya kuhakikisha kwamba tumezingatia mikakati ambayo imetengwa na serikali kuu, Wizara ya Afya pamoja na NTSA ili kuzuia kusambaa kwa COVID-19. Hapa tunatumia mtaala mpya wa NTSA na tunafunza vitengo vyote vya udereva kuanzia Class A ambapo unafunzwa kuendesha pikipiki na tuktuk, Class B ambazo ni gari ndogo, Class C hizi ni gari za kubebea mizigo, na Class D ambazo ni gari za kubebea abiria. Wakufunzi wetu ni wenye tajriba ya juu na wamehitimu hivi kwamba wanahakikisha umewajibika na utaweza kutumia barabara za kisasa. Zaidi ya hayo, hapa tuna magari mengi ya kufanyia practicals na hivyo kuhakikisha kila mwanafunzi amepata fursa ya kutosha. Malipo yetu ni nafuu, na unapomaliza kozi ya udereva tunakushughulikia hadi unapopata leseni ya kisasa, yani digital driving license. Jisajili leo upate 20% discount. Tutembelee katika jumba la Jewel Complex, Roysambu, orofa ya 5. Simu ni 0703 164 003, 0703 164 003. Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving. Drive with confidence. Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
All right, many thanks for staying with us. You're watching Prime News at 9. I'm Brian Sakwa. Now, still in Bungoma County, 134,000 households in the county are set to benefit from the mass NHIF rollout in the county. Addressing residents at the program rollout at Ndengelo Western Region, NHIF manager said that large numbers of residents have turned up to enroll at the ongoing mass registration in the county.
Over 34,000 families in Bungoma will benefit from National Health Insurance Fund services.
It is now their opportunity. Since you are present, you organize, and you are so organized that whoever is here should not just go back without being registered.
Speaking at the launch of the National Health Registration and Deregwa Clinic, the insurance manager in the West area, Vararia Morogo, said a large number of residents have already registered.
Tunamshukuru Bwana Governor kwa sababu ya kuhakikisha households ama familia 34,000. Ngapi 34,000 wamesajiliwa kwa program ya UHC na wanaweza wanalipiwa na serikali ya Kenya kupitia County Government of Bungoma. Kwa hivyo Bwana Governor, tumekuja siku ya leo kuweza kuwasajili members hawa biometrically. Biometrically ni kuwaweka kwa vidole zenyu ziingie kwa system ili mnapoenda pale hospitalini hauhitaji kutembea na kadi ya NHIF. Unafaa tu kutembea na ID number ama ID yako. Na ukifika pale ukipeana tu vidole unahudumiwa.
Governor Wycliffe Wangamati says that the action will now easier cost for citizens while seeking medical treatment in hospital.
This program that we are launching today is a partnership between the national government, the county government, and the NHIF. This program that we are starting today, we are registering about 34,000 households in Bungoma. And we agreed that our target as the county government is that in another 5 years or 10 years, we should have registered about 170,000 households on NHIF.
Chief Health Officer Anthony Walela and Health Officer in the Ministry of Health, Patrick Wandiri, have urged the resident to register with health insurance, saying that the digital health services has isn't easy health care.
Ambayo tunaifanya siku ya leo ni uhusiano kati ya county government ya Bungoma, NHIF na national government. Tunataka kushukuru governor sana kama ministry ya afya, kwa sababu governor amesema anakuja kulaunch NHIF registration. Anataka kuhusika sana kuhakikisha kwamba watu wake wa Bungoma wamesajiliwa, kwa sababu wale wanapewa hizi card ni watu wa Bungoma.
We want to thank you, NHIF, for introducing this system. It has also made payments cheaper, faster. The claiming side tunaweza claim faster, and want to appreciate NHIF for the good work they are doing.
Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, Karo Muriuki.
Thanks for that, Carol. Now, the Kiambu County government has begun a mass vaccination campaign targeting over 50,000 residents in the couple of 2 days. Governor James Nyoro, who launched the drive in Thika Town on Monday, said the county has begun acquiring enough AstraZeneca vaccine dosage to vaccinate its population. Nyoro noted that so far 145,000 persons have been vaccinated, adding that in 2 days the number will rise to 200,000. The governor called on residents to turn up in the 103 health facilities set up within the county, as well as social halls where medics will be offering residents with the COVID-19 jab. And also he urged them to get the jab, saying it's only through these that they will beat the deadly virus, especially the lethal Delta variant.
Shukuru kwa maana umefanya jambo la busara sana, ili hata bodaboda, kwa sababu ndio wanahusika kwa kubeba wateja hapa Thika, na wanaweza contract hii virus kwa haraka sana. So mimi nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kutupa governor ambaye anaelewa kazi ya bodaboda kama vile kazi yake. Uko nayo? Ni nani yeye?
All right, now, and lastly, the process to revive and reconstruction of the stalled SGR bypass in Malindi, Mombasa is underway. The project, among the President's Big Four agenda, is aimed to enhance mobility and reduce congestion on the ferry and ease transportation.
Just right where we are, you can see this part of the section, the slope, that had been destabilized a bit because of the rain and in cause of our team's monitoring, noticed a bit of weakness, and we have therefore been working since January to restore. And I'm very happy that at this time to report that by mid of September, this area will be fully restored and people can use this section without any fear at all, safely and conveniently. Beyond that, we have other projects, for example, coming from Mombasa kwa Jomvu, increasing the traffic maneuverability around the Changamo interchange, and it's progressing on very well. We have the section coming from Kibudani down to Mteza and to Mwache, which will allow people coming from Ukunda area and the south coast to safely connect to the main island without necessarily going back to the ferry. So beyond then just into the convenience and reducing the travel time, it also reduces the congestion in the ferry and also around town. And all these projects, they are on course. We've seen very good progress, very good quality of work. Yes, of course, you remember those I think who have used the come out of coast before, we know how much it used to be congested. And as you see, we have 3 levels of the road, just to ensure that we separate the traffic. Those people that are coming from the airport, from the port, those that are coming from coast, from the town going towards the airport. So we've achieved very good level of separation.
To Kilifi is a distance of about 55 kilometers. And we have looked at it and decided to split it into two packages. The first one is around about 14 kilometers, which runs from Nyali all the way to Mutwapa, not including the bridge. The bridge is on the second lot, which is about 40 kilometers, which is now going to run from Mutwapa all the way up to Kilifi. Now, the intention is that we need a dual carriageway. I think all of us agree on that. We need a dual carriageway to continue from the current Nyali Bridge all the way up to Mutwapa. Okay, and then we also need interchanges, flyovers at various places, at Nyali, at Bamburi, and a couple of other places. And then, but once you start from the second section from Mutwapa going onwards, we're only going to have a dual carriageway for the first 7 kilometers, and then we come back to a single carriageway.
All right, and that story marks the end of Prime News at 9 right here on Mwangaza TV. Many thanks for watching and your valued company till the end. I'm Brian Sanko. In sign language interpretation tonight has been Naomi Matthew. Good night.